We've been able to book a ton of new clients. I think it was in the first quarter, we managed to book 100 demos. We're progressing really well with it at the moment and looking to close some big names in the industry.
Today, we have another one of these amazing interviews. We have with us today Cameron. We've been working with each other for a year now, and I wanted to have this call, so perhaps let the people know a little bit about you, who you are, what you do, and your journey so far.
Yeah, sure. Happy to be here. I'm Cam. I'm head of partnerships at a Web3 auction tech company. Our role is we work a lot with Web3 digital assets projects and help them do their job via our gamified technology. Been doing this for quite some time, but really been ramping up the efforts over the last 12 months or so once we kind of onboarded Kai with the kind of outbound outreach as well.
Cool. So, what kind of challenges did you have before started working with me, and what kind of stuff were you doing to fix that?
So the nature of our business is we're very flexible with who we work with. We can work with any kind of Web3 digital asset, now whether
Mhm.
that's a collectible drop, whether it's land in the metaverse, whether it's in-game items, which is good because, of course, that means there's a larger addressable market. But the con of this is there's only one of me.
Yeah.
And there's quite a lot of these projects out there, especially in the Web3 space. Kai, we were just chatting about this even before this call. There is a lot of churn in the market as well. You have some projects who fortunately run out of runway and then they will kind of die and collapse. But in their place, you get newer projects and there's always stuff going on in the space. So what that means is not only is there a lot of sectors within the niche, but then also within that, there's a lot of churn of things coming in and out and going out. So the problems that I was seeing personally was there was, like I said, there's only one of me and I had to make contact with a lot of people to kind of get in front of them, as well as juggling more of the larger strategic opportunities that were already in the existing pipeline. And on top of that, the existing partners and clients we already have as well. So that did not leave a lot of time for kind of outbound outreach and scaling the offering that we had.
Yeah, and I can imagine there's a lot of investment went towards AI this year. So that also put a lot of the Web3 space behind on their projects, on their roadmap. So I can understand that the journey itself necessarily hasn't been that easy. But the fact that we managed to get like a volumized approach that didn't ruin our reputation or risk any of that stuff in the process, I think that's how we kind of cracked it. So yeah, I'm very happy with the way that went. So it's been 1 year since you've joined us here. What did you achieve so far?
It's been great so far. So the first year, I mean, we're still here and we're still looking to continue. No problems from our end. In fact, we've been ramping up and we're getting you to do, different verticals now as well, since we've seen a lot of success on what kind of the original agreement was. We've been able to book a ton of new clients, new pipeline. I think it was in the first quarter, we managed to book 100 demos, which was fantastic. And from that, gradually pushing people through the pipeline. And we've won quite a few amazing deals, new partners, new logos through this outreach. So yeah, year one has been, I think, a great success with partnering together. Definitely see this relationship going forward.
So 100 demos in Q1, quite a feat in itself. Have you seen any improvements in your life in terms of heading the biz dev team at GBM and just the business overall?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, I bring it down to the original problem we had was limited resources from our side of things. Now that I knew that outbound was being taken care of and being taken care of in a productive way, in a good way, we sat down at the beginning of a relationship and kind of laid out the concerns. I think we touched on it earlier, which was we don't want it to have any reputational impact. We don't want to become across as spammy. We want to be the thought leaders in the space. What we do is a value add, and we want to present it as such. And that all was taken care of, right? No qualms there. So having that is a big load off my mind. It frees up time, which now was better spent, speaking to the more strategic partners. We're progressing really well with at the moment and looking to close some big names in the industry. And these things take more time. It's a longer sales cycle. There's, all the I's need to be dotted, T's need to be crossed. Yeah, it allows us to put in the full manner of care and everything into those opportunities while still knowing that the funnel is, kind of being filled up in the background as well.
Yeah. I remember there was one time you were like, bro, I don't know what the fuck you've done, but I don't even have time to do anything. There's so many calls on my calendar. I think we were getting like 9 to 10 meetings per day for like 4 or 5 days straight. It was kind of ridiculous. Just scroll back like 1 year in the past and think about if you didn't work with us, where do you think GBM would be right now in terms of the pipeline, in terms of revenue, partnerships, all that kind of stuff?
Well, definitely the pipeline will be a lot less crowded than it is right now. I would probably have a lot more grey hair.
I think I developed more grey hair in the process, to be fair.
Hopefully we can sort that out as well. We wouldn't be where we are today. And, because because of the pipeline that we've achieved and the deals that we've been closing, we're able to then now upgrade our product as well. So it's not only
Hmm.
just getting new clients in, but also, well, how can we improve our offering even more? As you know, we've discussed this,
Yeah.
upgrades to our system. We're attacking new verticals now, so it's allowing us to scale much quicker than we wouldn't be able to do previously.
So before working with us, I know you had a few potential vendors or like other people you were trying to get to help you get this far, right? In some capacity. So what made you really pull the trigger and make the decision that working with me was the right move for you and GBM?
Well, we needed someone who understood the Web3 market, and to be honest, you were very open and transparent that it wasn't a market that you directly came from, but you were interested in it yourself, and the enthusiasm, everything was there, and the knowledge was there as well. We were able to fill in some blanks, and vice versa. Things you were
Hmm.
helping me out in kind of the outreach side of things. So it was that just level of working relationship. We've always got along from day one.
Yeah, true.
We can have fun with it. We're in the cutting edge of the tech world. It's Web3. It's no longer corporate anymore. So it's about having a good business relationship, and the fact that the communication was on point. I have to say from day one, we can talk anytime, both ways. You can message me anytime and vice versa. We're working from two different time zones at the moment, but that's never been an issue either.
Yeah, never.
And yeah, it was just a smooth process. We were getting results, we get along. Why wouldn't we stick around?
That's so great to hear. I think the communication's really been on point just from your side as well, because it can generally be a lot of friction sometimes when those two things aren't aligned, like, communication and just getting along. I think that's actually very important, especially for morale and just driving the business forward together, because at the end of the day, we're all part of the same team. So yeah, super powerful. One thing that a lot of people are always wondering is what it looks like working with us. I know you may have touched on this a little bit as well, but just for people that are just kind of outside of working with me or Cold Ops at the moment, what does it look like working with us on like a day-to-day?
I mean, it's a lot of fun. We're bouncing ideas across all day. WhatsApp, Telegram groups. We're thinking of different ways to attack the market. We're giving our suggestions, we're giving yours, and we're trying new things. There's always a lot of A/B testing, which I love to see.
Mhm.
You kind of shoot over your script ideas. I work on them in parallel. We get other members of the team to kind of check everything out. There's a lot of collaboration, a lot of minds going into this one thing, which is great. More power to it. And then once it's refined and refined again, then it gets pushed out, and then we kind of monitor everything with data. We get the weekly report from you, which is great. It's we've touched X touch points. We've got this many positive replies. We've got this many meetings booked. So it's a great way of validating all the efforts that are putting through and quantifying the results. That's what it kind of looks like.
Yeah, I think a lot of people tend to overlook the data and how important it is, because a lot of people can just put like a blind eye to that kind of stuff, but we've got the facts and figures. The numbers don't really lie, especially when it comes to ramming the calendar full of meetings and closing those deals down with some of the biggest companies in Web3. So I think that was the most exciting part. So what would you say to a similar company or consultancy or agency in Web3 who is kind of like on the fence about this type of service, or for someone like in a similar position to you before we started working together, and how likely would you be to recommend us?
I mean, I would say go for it. Definitely give Kai and the team a chance. You won't regret it. It's been a great experience for us. We made a great working relationship. We have the banter, we have the results. It becomes a no-brainer. If you're on the fence, check it out. I'm sure it'll work out.
Awesome. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. If you enjoy this interview and you're looking to scale your Web3 consultancy, agency, or company, or you're a biz dev manager or part of a business development team inside one of those companies that wants to get similar results like Cameron, then head over to coldops.io, check out the video there, and if it's interesting to you, then book a call and see if you're a fit. Thanks for watching.